Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, got a very excellent game for you. It's going to be Bisu versus Larva here on Polypoid. Top right, it is our blue Protoss player Bisu. He needs no introduction other than that. And in the bottom left, it is ASL 11 season champion Larva. Larva, #1 top Zerg. Yes, indeed you are, Larva. Best is watching, Light is watching under his Smurf name Lucifer Mornings. And man, it's a PvZ on Polypoid between two excellent players. This was from RJB of RJB TV fame. If you don't know who he is, then you're very new to my channel. That is for sure. Just search RJB TV in the YouTube search bar. Subscribe and leave a comment on one of his videos saying that Falcon sent ya. And I will be very happy with you. Alright, so scouting is Bisu. Not scouting cross position because Larva spawned cross position. He is safe from the dreaded 2-gate that Bisu wields. Especially if he goes hatch first. Nope, wait, hang on. 200, 250, 260, yeah. Alright, looks like a hatch first at about 12 supply or so. Everything is very fine. A little bit risky over here with the hatch first play against somebody as aggressive as Bisu can be, but you know what? He's not been scouted, so he knows he's fine. Yeah, Forge coming up, no gateway, and the hatch first is totally great. Bam. 11 hatching, actually, on that. That's totally fine, too. And yeah, Larva, just known for incredible macro, incredible micro. He will just run you over with Zerg units in a way that not many other people can manage. Like, for a lot of Zerg players, it's, you know, it's precise plagues and precise dark swarms, and he's, you know, doesn't have to do that stuff. I've caused plenty of games with him where he just kind of has elite, top level elite macro and just kind of blows you up. Is this a cannon? Oh my gosh, never mind. So this gets scouted. Oh, hang on. Second pylon coming up. I think we gotta pull. I think we gotta pull some boys here. That spawning pool is not even halfway done right now. Can we? Oh, did he just mineral glitch through? He's trying. He does mineral glitch in. Sort of. Oh my gosh, what is happening? He got one in. He's trying to get another. Oh, the drone dies though. Kill the cannon. Get additional drones in here. What do we kill? We gotta kill the probe, but we also. Oh wait, the probe left. We gotta kill this cannon, or all is lost. What a sick cannon position this is from Bisu. 4, 3, 2. Come on. Yeah. Okay, got it. A pair of lings is in production. Back home, an expansion is on the way from Bisu. That was a test for you, Larva. Could you get some drones back there through sneaky mineral glitching? Oh, that was, man, without mineral glitching, that was not going to be possible to stop. It certainly wasn't. That was a crazy good attack from Bisu, but what else do we expect from him, honestly? Alright, so these pylons are gonna die, and I think maybe one drone went down. A bunch of lost mining time for Larva here, yes, but I think overall, I think the Zerg player's doing fine. Got a third base coming up. He knows it was a Forge first expand, so despite the fact that he hasn't scouted anything at this point, he feels safe enough to go for a third here on Polypoid. And I like it. I like the response to go for a third base. I always like Zerg players that go for that third. This probe is still alive, because of course it is. There's no speedlings to mess with it, and Bisu's probes don't die to slowlings, so that's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, 2 pylons and a cannon have died in exchange for some lost mining time for a couple probes, or a couple drones, rather, and I think 1 drone died. So overall, Larva's doing great. He is 100% just fine here. Man, if you haven't hit the like button yet, that's worth it. That is right there. That play by both players combined is enough to give this video a like. I know some of you say you don't hit the like button unless your favorite race wins, which that is a way to do it. It hurts me as a creator on YouTube, so if you're okay with that, if you're at peace with that, then okay, continue along. But hitting the like button on stuff that you enjoy overall is content, and this is appreciation for the fact that I'm bringing you stuff 5 times a week. I think is also would be good. Anyway. Hydralisk Den is now done for Larva on the Stargate opening. So now the question is, how many cannons do you need? Because you have delayed the ability to get Storm out quite effectively. And a big kind of, you know, 2-saturated base with a 3rd base for Larva kind of a thing with the Hydra attack can be very strong. Ooh, speed's coming in. That means we're being aggressive. We're not trying to defend with speedlings, that's for sure. Or speed hydras. That is definitely a situation wherein you want to go out and get some damage done on the other side. So Overlord tries to see what's up. We've got a Bengalas going round. We're probably sick of it by now. And Lings are like, hey, come up. There's nothing up this ramp. Oh, he sniffed it out. He sniffed it right out. Well done. We got ourselves a Citadel of a Dune. Because we got to get up to that storm. Priority after the Corsairs is definitely going to be High Templar. And this is definitely an attempt to kill Bisu here, man. This is a heavy number of Hydras and Lings. Drone production has entirely stopped. That said, he's got about 300 minerals in the bank, and what's he doing with it? Is he expanding again? That'd be kind of crazy. Okay, now he's droning up. All right, so this isn't like flood Hydras all day or anything, but it's definitely, there you go. It's going to require Bisu to throw up some additional cannons, which he's doing. And the fact that we got speed but not range means you can't hit the gateway without the cannons hitting you, and these zealots are really important as well. We know that. There's a 4th base coming up here. Didn't see that. 4th base coming up from Larva. All right, so Larva going 4 base to 2 for Bisu. I love it. I love the aggression from this dude. I mean, so many of you are Larva fans. I bet a bunch of you clicked on this because you're Larva fans, right? I imagine so. Actually, let me know in the comments. Did you click on this because you're a Larva fan, or because you're a Bisu fan, or because you're just a general PvZ fan? You like the matchup. I think that probably sums everybody up, right? Or maybe, I guess, you clicked on this because you just like Brood War. All kinds of Brood War. You don't differentiate. And you'll click on any Brood War video that comes across your YouTube stream. I think there might be some people like that too. But alright. Range is done for the Hydras. They're probably... Yeah, speed for the Zealots is not done, so... I mean, I get... Ooh, Hydra down. So slow Zealots just can't close the gap fast enough to make the Hydras respect them. But once they have speed, the respect is real. Oh, canceling that +1 upgrade would be sick. Yep, I was going to say, you can get more than one Hydra attacking that. Pull back. Come down here, maybe? He's trying to find the exact position where he can hit that forge, but he's also not getting rocked by cannons. Is this going to finish? Meanwhile, Corsair trying to do stuff, doesn't have any kills whatsoever, because Hydras keep popping out and just ruining his day. Oh my gosh, it's going to finish with like 300 HP. Look at this. Ah, it's good. Yep, about exactly 300 HP. Upgrade done. Zealots are a little bit scarier. Speed is not done for them yet. Templar Archive's coming in. So the pressure here on Bisu means he doesn't feel safe enough to take a 3rd. And you know what? I like it. This wasn't a concerted attempt to kill Bisu, which, you know, probably not a great idea anyway, considering how good of the game Bisu is. But keeping him kind of pinned into 2 bases, while you've taken 4, is awesome for a Larva. He's doing awesome, good things. The problem with having 4 bases in 8 minutes is you have to have enough static defense at all 3 of these bases, natural 4th and 3rd, to deal with this. This is a problem. Do we have enough to handle it? Alright, a million Hydras is good. I mean, fairly good. Got a Kakaru overhead observing the carnage. And you know what? Really, I guess he feels like that's enough Hydras to deal with him. Maybe it was a distraction, so these Hydras, or these Hydras couldn't see the Zealots sneaking into the 4th. But you know what? Larva, he's got vision. He's got vision. He's got game sense. He recognizes Bisu is a very, very sneaky player, and will try to hit you when you're not expecting it in locations where you don't see it coming. Missile attacks on the way. Nubatized Carapace on the way. Storm is 50% complete. That will change this game, as Storm always does when it is researched. Boy. Zelotes here. Thanks, RJB, again, for sending me this replay. Seriously, you need to check him out if you haven't already. He is a good dude. Mass Zealots. Mass all the Zealots. With +1 attack and speed, though. That's a lot of Hydralisks. This is what happens when you get 4 bases out in the first 8 minutes. And a macro hatch, is you can pump a ton of stuff on 38 workers. Oh, DT out. I don't imagine a DT is going to do much. I mean, speed for Overlords is... Oh. Speed for Overlords is almost done. Look at this. He knows how far he can go without... Never mind. He did not know how far he could go without dying. I thought he did. I'm ascribing Bisu magic powers he does not personally own. It sure seemed like he was out of range for a minute, though, didn't it? Alright, so I mean, this is just kind of traditional Hydra Zealot doing a dance in the middle of the map stuff. La 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 la. I don't know. Some of these Zealots are going to die. Some of these Hydras are going to die. Storm is entering the picture, though. And there's our first Storm of the day, and it's a beaut. It is a beauty for you Protoss fans out there. You were waiting for that Storm, weren't you? You were like, those Hydras are so dirty. They're dirty and gross and disgusting, and I want to see them get electrocuted to death. And you did. Congratulations. Lurker aspect is pretty far away. Singularity charge coming in, anticipating the future of Lurkers smartly. This group... Oh, what is this? Did they just try to walk over here and get a Storm attack? Really? By themselves? That seems dumb. I mean, I don't want to call Bisu stupid, but, like... It's just a risk, I guess. It's a calculated risk, right? You try to wander over this way, maybe just come up the ramp and storm some drones, and Larva doesn't have any vision up here, right? Because he doesn't. But he sees it coming, he shuts it down, and you lose 2 High Templar, which is not cheap at all. This Corsair's got a kill. I'm actually a little bit surprised by that. There have been so many Hydras on the field, I'm shocked that he's gotten anything. Third base is about 20% complete here from Bisu at the traditional third base location on this map. Well, I guess this is traditional. For Protoss it is, I think. And for Terran. They'll take this as the third base too. Especially if they're going, you know, Marines rather than mech. So Storm up. Coming up a ramp onto Protoss is just intimidating as all get out. I hate it. Larva is okay. He's like, ah, the storms are coming in. He's like, I'll fight you if it's just Zealots. Feeling really confident in our numbers and our +1 attack here today. But the storms are concerning. That is so many Hydralisks. That is so many Hydralisks. Fighting. Fighting. Okay, more Hydras coming out. Now, this is the question. Is Larva gonna do the whole million Hydralisk, million Lurker strategy with nothing else? No Defiler play at all. He can do it, right? He's an ASL champion. He is capable of that. But against Bisu, and against a lot of good Protoss players who are excellent with High Templar, and with Reavers, and with positioning, I do kind of feel like a Defiler mount is a requirement for most human mortals, but if you've won an ASL, are you mortal? I don't know. I don't know if you're mortal or not. So 5th base coming up top left for Larva, and a 4th base coming in at the 3 o'clock for Bisu. And I don't think Hydras are getting up this ramp. I don't think Lurkers are either. There's 3 cannons up here, and yeah. Look at him firing away on that Lurker. Instantly dead. Didn't even really try, did not try to run at all. It wasn't a question of really trying or not. What do we think here at 13 minutes? Placing our bets on Bisu, placing our bets on Larva. $162 to $119 supply does not seem super great in Bisu's favor as far as the... Well, sorry, in Larva's favor as far as the numbers are concerned. Holy crap. Like, Bisu's amazing with army value at the moment. So, if you're just trying to overwhelm with Hydras, I don't know. I don't know if you can. Bisu's army value is sick. Got a ton of Zealots is what it is. Way more Zealots than we see at this stage usually in a PvZ. So Larva, what are we doing, man? I'm looking for a hive, and he just literally just started the hive. Okay. So he recognizes, yeah, the Bisu's on 4 bases. He's got all the tech that he needs. There's just, I need Defiler play. There's just not a way I'm going to be able to do this. If I could have kept, you know, if he could have kept Bisu contained to 3 bases or 2 bases, sure. I think maybe he could have pulled it off. But the fact that Bisu's managed to get 4 out and defend it pretty effectively, and then 3rd base hasn't taken really any damage at all, means that Larva is going for a heavier, try to out-macro Bisu strategy, which, once again, I don't recommend it to most people, but Larva, sure. You know what? You gotta believe in Larva. He's just one of those players that you got to believe in whatever game that they're in. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Zealot tries to check the top left, gets killed by Hydras before he can check it, but I mean, he saw some drones coming up here, right? So he knows there's a base. He is aware. Yeah, Sunken's coming up to try to defend this third. They are not done yet, and Dragoons do pretty well against them anyway, so suddenly Larva, for the first time really today, finds himself really on the back foot against this oncoming onslaught of Bisu. He's got +2 attack, he's got +1 armor for his gateway units, and a Larva, on the other hand, sitting at +2 attack and no armor whatsoever. So that's not ideal. Oh, hang on. The hive is done. Where's our Defiler Mound? I don't see a Defiler Mound. I understand. Oh, you don't have the gas for it right now because you're building Hydras. All right, fair enough. Bruh. Storm. Big old storms coming in all over the place. Vision down this way to make sure that Bisu doesn't expand while this is happening. That's good information to have. Yeah, so it's 16 minutes. It is Larva leaning heavily on his macro capabilities to win this game. That's what it is. And it's just, I mean, it's a lot of dead Hydras, but also a lot of dead Zealot sounds we're hearing here. Like a lot of dead Zealot sounds. Zealot count got whittled down immensely due to this Lurker Hydra stuff. And, ooh, High Templar's running. Gets out of there with all of 8 HP. Yeah, alright, that works. That's one way to escape. No, he got sniped. Never mind. Premature celebration. It's a 15-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down. Yes, I do like American football. Those of you who are unaware, I'm a ball sports fan and an esports fan. I like them both very much. And Bisu trying to expand 12 o'clock. No, gets sniffed out by, you know, just 6. 6 Hydralisks. Shuts it down quite nicely. Sunken high ground, sure. There's the Defiler Mound, but it's not going to have Defilers available for any time soon here. Big time, man. Bisu is just committing right now. But coming up a ramp to a fairly entrenched Zerg is not easy either. Like, nobody likes doing that, really. Definitely never do it against a Terran. And it's hard against the Protoss, and it's hard against the Zerg. But definitely never against a Terran player, no matter who you are. 159 to 154. So Larva's evened this out. He's evened this whole thing out. He's getting consumed. He's working on adrenal glands. Bisu's getting Kadaran Amulet. He is throwing up like 8, 9 zealots at a time. Really heavy into the zealot play, which means that Plague is going to be extremely important right now. I think Bisu can like smell the Defilers are coming, and the first thing they get is consume. And they throw it on Dark Swarms, but as we know, Zealots don't care about your Dark Swarms, so having more Zealots here is good. I think once Plague starts coming out, more Archons are going to be the order of the day. That's what we've seen from Elite Protoss against Elite Zergs, is you kind of transition from ton of Zealots, Plague starts getting popped out, pump those Archons, and then that forces the Zerg player back into a ton of Hydralisks, and really spellcasting isn't as good anymore, and Hydras are pretty good against Archons, but it depends on what numbers they're in, and it's all tricky. It's all very, very tricky stuff. Bisu's just been kind of sharking around looking for an opening. Is this one? I don't know. The Lings are trying to make sure nobody comes up this ramp, but Zealots are the vanguard. Lurker's Burrow in a position where they can hit these Zealots as they come in, but not so close. The High Templar can hit them. I like it. That's some sick positioning out of Larva. That's, no, this guy. Bisu may be trying to expand down this bottom right. He does actually take the 12 o'clock the second time around that he tries to expand up there. So Bisu will not be denied from getting a 5th base at the 12 o'clock here. This is, man, I don't know if I want to give this an epic tag. I've had a lot of epic tags recently, but my goodness, the games have been good. I hope you trust my epic tags. I do. I really try not to give them if they're undeserved. I think you've heard me kind of talk about and debate with myself whether something should give it an epic tag. And if, you know, if I just instantly feel like it's an epic tag, then I give it an epic tag. That's it. So trust the tag. I think a lot of you do. And honestly, do I need to epic tag Bisu versus Larva? I don't know. This is a great attack. Oh, see, your Dragoon count is too heavy now for the Dark Swarm to work out. So, oh my gosh, he killed the Lurkers anyway, though. Maybe you can get up this ramp. There's nothing in the Dark Swarm. Ah, he just got scared by the first Dark Swarm of the day. Gonna pull back and keep it safe. Keep it simple. Here's that Consume coming in, and more Zealots on the way. Alright, where is... I'm actually going for a late Spire here at 20 minutes. Maybe Scourge to try to pick up Observers. That could be very good. These Observers have speed, obviously. You can see them cruising around at the speed of sound here. Jeez. Now, Archon a little bit too far out in front. He is going to die. And by that, I mean he's fine. He's got 11 kills. Wow. Oh, wait. Plague is done. Plague, ooh, gets tossed down on everybody. And this is where Zerglings are amazing against gateway armies that have been plagued. Oh, yes. So good. Is this enough to hold? Like, remember what I said about a lot of Zealots. He's got a lot of Zealots here. They're doing pretty well. But is it good enough? The Storm is better against these Lings, that's for sure. 20 sets of Lings in production now. That's 40 on the way from Larva. He manages to hold on to the hatchery. This Archon, the only thing that can hit him are Zerglings, but there's enough of those. Maybe the splash damage from the Lurkers are hitting him too. But pulling back. Pull back. Everybody's so plagued or otherwise injured here today. Bisu, that was a concerted attempt to wipe out Larva's third base, where he has a macro hatch and kill a ton of his army, which puts him in spitting distance of this natural and then the main. So it's really important this stays alive. I mean, you can lose the top left and maybe not lose the game outright. Sure, it's your newest source of income and therefore losing it totally sucks. But losing this is definitely just a pathway to victory for Bisu. So defending that with everything you have is 100% a requirement. Oh, this Benglass is not spinning around. He's just staring. Oh, he was looking at us, then he got shy. Turned around. Oh, now he's back to us. Hello. Are you... He's on a schedule. I don't know what that is. Lings. Defilers are like, what are we... We plague. What the heck? Okay, so lore answer for what Dark Swarm is it's bugs, right? We know what Dark Swarm is. Is plague like Defiler barf? It kind of feels like it is. Because they're going to have a biological reason for it, right? Everything Zerg has a biological reason. It's not magic, right? No Zerg unit has magic. There's another plague. Kind of feels like projectile area of effect vomiting from the Defiler. Like it's just evolved to throw down some kind of acid that eats away at everything that it hits. There's probably a lore answer for this, and I just don't know what it is. So somebody in the comments can enlighten me for sure. Bisu trying to kill Larva again. Really hasn't had to defend in a while, and that is not good for Larva. More plagues getting tossed down on everything. The plagues are real. Bisu doesn't have a humongous, scary army, but, you know, it's doing all right here. But, boy, once that plague takes hold, that's an interesting place to burrow, I guess, because, I mean, there's detection and stuff. All right, well, Observer's kind of getting sniped. Oh, this High Templar does not have the energy for anything, so never mind. He's not a threat right now. Look at these Hydras. They're, okay, High Templar priority, Observer priority, and then we care about Archons. Dude, Larva is absolutely crushing here. Couple Zealots that, this guy's not been plagued. Look at him win this fight. Arrgh. Woof! Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th base. Top here for Larva. 6 to 4 is a good place to be for a Zerg player. It feels nice. This probe was heading down this way. Oh, look at that. That Ursidon's like, hey, check this action out. Blocks him from scouting that 6 o'clock. The Ursidon is an agent of the Zerg. And yeah, there are some Scourge out to deal with drops, and I'm guessing they deal with Observers too. So it's not like we're going to try to go for Mutalisks at this stage of the game. Not with the Archon number, not with the cannon count that there is. Plus, you'd have to start upgrades on Mutas if you wanted to go for Mutas, really, to make them viable, and that's just too much. So there's a shuttle on the way from Bisu. And look at this preparation. Like, we've got Scourge up here preparing for a shuttle drop way before shuttles even make it onto the field. That is Larva's sense of the game coming out. 175 to 186 supply. Larva has an advantage. It's good for him right now. And oh, these Hydras were not on attack move, and therefore they all die, accomplishing absolutely nothing. Pathing. It gets the best of Larva to you guys. I don't know if it ever affects Bisu. It does. We've seen it. But Just if you've ever raged out at pathing, just know the best Zerg player in the world has raged out at pathing too. You know, against Bisu no less. Oh, we got Reavers out. That explains a lot. Big time hits, big time hits. Man, we're starting to get this really horrible this really difficult composition for Zerg to handle, which is Zealot, Dragoon, Archon, Reaver, Storm. That's where it's like, okay, there's tons of splash damage. There's tons of tankiness. It gets hard. It gets really hard for Zergs at this stage. For Protoss, you can control all of those disparate unit types and turn it into this terrible, terrible, murderous symphony of death. We've seen it plenty on the channel. We've seen this particular composition used, and certain players have died to it way more than they have defeated it. But if anyone can do it, it's ASL 11 champion Larva, right? So Storm Drop lands. Shuttle does not die. Oh gosh, 4 kills, 3 kills. So 7 kills on the High Templar. Shuttle trying to get out. Oh, picks up the... Never mind, dead now. So sneaky drop. Honestly, really, really sneaky drop there. These Scourge were like, you're going to come across the top. Nope. Actually kind of came down here, snuck around this way, and then came up into the base from a really unexpected angle. That was great. That was honestly a pretty fantastic play there. I mean, Larva took care of it eventually, but... yeah, so Zealot Archon High Templar is the play here. No Dragoons at all, which means Lurkers are going to be better. Nice Plague. Filer probably needs to retreat rather than throw down a Plague and watch. He doesn't, you know, like, don't watch your handiwork, man. Yeah, see, this is where the Lurkers start getting some stuff done here. But the Storm, man, the Storm. Who needs Dragoons when you have Psionic Storm is largely the question everybody's asking right now. Oh my gosh, does he have... He's got some Lings in there. I didn't see them, but... Whoa! And then Bisu taps out. Time out. Time out. I mean, GG Larva, it's officially over, but at the same time, what? At the same time, what? I don't think Bisu lost a base today. Yeah, so Bisu, he never tried to go down here. Yada, yada, yada. Sure, Larva's on a bajillion bases. Sure, he's basically maxed out. Sure, you're at 150 supply. But why? Does he have money? He doesn't have any money, but Larva doesn't really have a ton either. So this happens, and this happens. And is there like some kind of an attack on one of Bisu's bases that I'm missing here? Wow, no. This is just Game Sense Bisu being like, you have enough. Maybe this was like all of the High Templar he had in the world. And all of his Archons died, and he's... Okay, fine. So he was down to like 100 supply to 176 when he GG'd out. But it's always... It just feels wrong to me when players GG out after an attack of theirs fails that it's way on the other side of the map. It really feels like you should be able to macro up here, but... Not getting another base. Not getting another base here either. 600 minerals, 400 gas in the bank. I mean, this is a lot of expensive stuff, right? I mean, this was what? 4 or 5 High Templar and like 2 or 3 Archons and a bunch of Zealots, maybe. Dang, this is just a defend to win-win for Larva. Holy smokes. Yeah, so I'm not going to epic tag it. I don't feel like the ending was particularly impressive or that Larva was really ever in all that much trouble. He never lost a base, right? But neither did Bisu. It's a weird game where neither player loses a base at all in 26 minutes and yet somebody wins. It feels weird to me. I'm sure it feels weird to you too, y'all Brood War fans, but amazing. I mean, that is... Good job, Larva. He never killed a base, though. Like... defend for 26 minutes against Bisu, one of the best Protosses ever in the history of anything. Maybe the best. And then just sorta win. I mean, he made some pokes at Bisu's third base a couple times, and he denied Bisu's fourth for like 4 seconds. And he poked into Bisu's, fourth base. He denied or tried to deny the 4th base, couldn't do it. The 5th base at the 12 o'clock did get denied for 4 seconds, but that's it. So I don't know. I think it was just Bisu recognizing, okay, he has way too much stuff everywhere. He's got a bunch of bases that I know he has, and I'm 2 bases down. I just lost all of my casters and my Archons. GG. GG. Fair enough, man. I get it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. So 249,000 points for Larva, 242 for Bisu. Outproduced on a 3-to-1 ratio for Larva, and the kill death is a 6-to-2, which is a 3-to-1. So that's actually a really nice kill death ratio for Bisu. But this 1,000 units produced is maybe even too much to overcome if you have a 3-to-1 kill death, right? Building, look at this. Single-digit buildings dead today. So this is like some pylons, a couple cannons, sunken or 2, right? Oh, and like most of this are the 2, yeah. The buildings raised by Larva were the 2 pylons and the cannon at the start of the game. So 3 of that was at like the first 2 minutes. And this is the resources tab, which does tell us a story, right? 9,000 more resources than the Protoss, way more gas mined, way more minerals mined. The base count is often kind of the simplest way to view this sort of thing. And that's fair. I think it's a little simplistic, but sometimes it's the answer. Additionally, did end up getting the plague, right? Got the plague, got the dark swarm, and just the macro. Just the sheer number of units. He knew he needed to go heavier into Lings when the Archons started coming out, and it worked out. So very nice. All right, cool stuff. So that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.